I wanted to start Simon Hall Will Writing. It was very much a reflection of my own life and principles that I live by. And that's very much about helping people and leaving people in a positive place. That was important to me. And it's important within an area of talking about death, something that most people simply just don't want to talk about.
It's really important because having a will in place is not only making sure that your wishes are heard, but also supports your loved ones and family in a time that's already very difficult when they're grieving, so they can understand exactly what you want and put that in place without having to try and second guess what you might have wanted.
A lot of people assume that you should only have a will when you get to a certain age. However, it's very important that if you have assets or children or other things that need to be sorted out or looked after in the event that you pass away, that you have a will written at any age.
What's really interesting that I notice on a day-to-day basis is this fear, a fear of dying. The reality is we will all die at some point. And that fear quite often freezes someone living in their life. And we're very much more focused on living your life and making the most out of your life. One of the key questions that we ask all our clients is what is important to you? What do you value? What do you cherish? Because then you really start to understand the value system of them and why they come to you to write their will.
So when someone calls, if they're a little bit stressed, we just take time to talk to them, sort of stress not to worry, that we can help whatever the situation, and it's all about the client moving things at their pace.
Clients tend to assume that we need to be sat in an office and it has to be very corporate. We don't work that way. I like to reassure my clients that it is actually quite straightforward to put everything in place, and the reassurance at the end of it and the smiles on my clients' faces after having everything in place it makes it all worthwhile.
It's much easier for people to visualise what they want if they're in the comfort of their own home. People can often forget who they're related to, and photographs around and things like that can help them to remember who they're talking about. Memories are jogged, and importantly, relationships are also explained a little bit more easily.
So we start off by really finding out how important it is to get the will done and what's important to them sort of in their life. We look at their family tree, understand sort of who's around them. You gain a lot from that. Beyond that, we just look at sort of what their estate is worth, and then down to the particulars of their will.
We will do a follow-up for you, either in writing or by email, and we can also be contactable on the telephone if you've got any further questions about anything. We register your wills with the National Will Register, so there's always a record that you've had one written.
It really is a process with that person, and every part of it is tailored to the client. So their needs, what they want from the will, how their future might look like, and answering those questions and navigating it together. It's not just here's a will and this is what will work for you. We're working with them to understand what their needs are and how we can support them in that and fit around their lives and what they want for the future.